This is my gorgeous 1991 Chevrolet Corvette ZR1. Has 44,000 miles on it, all original. Got all the service records. It's in excellent condition. It drives great, everything works. As you can see, got a nice straight body. Nice glass. Beautiful wheels, stock wheels. These back wheels are 11 inches wide from the factory with 315 by 35 tires. And those are brand new tires, by the way. The ZR1 is unique among 91 Corvettes in that they have the third center brake light up above the rear window. All the other ones have it in the back, right above that Corvette lettering in the center of the tail. This tail was made wider by this amount right here. This right here and this right here were added to this panel to compensate for the extra width they added to the back of the car to clear these monstrous tires. I don't know if you can see how big those tires are from here, but they're, you know, almost a foot wide. And so they had to widen all the bodywork. It's very discreet. It's hard to tell unless you set it right next to a stock C4. But they widened it about 2 inches on each side so that they wouldn't have to flare the fenders. I kind of think they should have to distinguish the car more from stock C4s. That's one of the reasons why they didn't sell very many. They only made about 6,000 of them in 6 model years, 90 through 95. And during that time, the Corvette ZR1 was the fastest and the quickest production car that money could buy. 4.3 seconds, 0 to 60, 180 mile an hour top speed, and this was in 1990. Look at how straight those body panels are, and the door fit, and the panel gaps. Everything's in great shape. So they also set several world records, including several endurance records. Almost stock ZR1. They did a couple of things to it for track duty, but it was practically stocks when you. They set a world endurance record averaging 175 miles an hour for 24 hours. First time it had ever been done, and the record still stands today. Now this windshield is very unique. It's unique to ZR1s. The LT5 engine was so big that GM couldn't put a standard air conditioning compressor on. They went with a smaller unit that didn't provide as much cooling power. This big windshield almost lays flat, catches a lot of sun. So they went with this laminated UV resistant windshield. It's got a little pink or purple tint to it to cut down on cabin heat so that the air conditioning would have an easier time of keeping the cabin cool. Now these are very hard to find. A lot of them over the years have delaminated and have been replaced with a stock C4 windshield. A lot of people actually prefer them because they don't have the pink tint to them. However, having an original ZR1 with an original ZR1 windshield in good shape, no delamination at all, is worth quite a bit. It makes the car worth a lot more. If you look out there, you'll find that that's not the case in many of the ZR1s that you might find on the market. I just saw one sell on bringatrailer.com for $4,100. That's just for the windshield. That's how valuable these things are. And by the way, in case you were wondering, this small square at the base of the windshield in front of, sort of in front of the driver's position, is there on purpose. It's a place that does not have any UV delamination. It's been was never put on there in the factory for the purpose of allowing for garage door openers and radar detectors. So that's a telltale sign that you have an original UV windshield if it has this little square there. If you don't see it, then it has a stock windshield. At some point in its life, it's been replaced. We're going to take a look inside in just a moment, but I wanted to call your attention to the clear plexiglass or smoked plexiglass target top. I have two tops. The other top is solid paint color, body color. We'll show you that in a few moments. I'm going to take this off to make the interior easier to see, and so I just wanted to show you this before I did that. And here's what it looks like with the top off. Open air motoring. It's a target top, and so you've got the more security, safety, or whatever than a convertible, but more open air than a hard top. It's a nice setup. Now I'm going to put the white top on, and you'll get to see it with the top, with the other top. Again, the car has both tops, and this is what it looks like with the solid or body colored top. Of course, it fits in the back when if you want to take it off while you're driving. Okay, we're going to open the rear hatch now inside the console. It pops open the rear hatch, and the rear hatch has the capacity to store the tops, either top, either the solid top that's on it now, or this glass top, the smoke top. Usually you just have one or the other. You wouldn't have both tops in the car, but for storage sake, I did it that way. You remove it like so. It might take two hands to do that. There we go. And it will lift right out where it's being held. This is of course, the back luggage compartment area. And as you can see, it is also like new and in excellent condition. And that's that. Very nice. So let's take a deep dive into the interior. Driver's side door panel in excellent condition. While we're at it, let's take a look at these door jambs. That's one nice door jamb, like brand new. That's kind of cool. So, the carpet is in excellent condition. The pedals. The console is like new. Steering wheel, excellent. The dash, if you look at the dash, and we'll take it from the other side as well, you'll see that there are no cracks. It's not dry and crunchy. Passenger door panel. We'll get to the other side as well. Passenger seat from here looks great. Driver's side seat. There's a Corvette logo embroidered into each. This is a fairly rare color combination, gray leather over white. There were only 300 ZR1s made with white with gray leather. We're going to get more detail on the dash in a moment. Okay, from the passenger side now, let's take a look at these door jambs. Very nice. Door sills, beautiful. The dash, again in excellent condition, like new, nothing wrong here. Console, passenger seat also in perfect condition. Passenger side footwell, carpets, all that. Glove box. And we've got the owner's manual in there. Fuse box. Seat controls. These are the other seat controls, fore and aft, the outer two controls here. And the center one is the selective ride control. It goes between Tour, if you're just driving around, cushy. Sport is my particular favorite. That's kind of a compromise between stiff, cornering and, comfort. And then this is the performance, what I would call track mode. It's really, you'll feel every bump in the road, but man, it corners. Shifter, shift boot, everything's in excellent condition. Okay, we're in the car now. I'm going to pull the steering column down so we can see what we're doing. All ZR1s start like that. Something in the programming, the engine has to make a revolution or two for the computer to find the crankshaft position and fire the engine. Now, as you can see, all the gauges work. You can see that odometer reading in there. Here's all the control buttons for the driver information center, which is this screen right here. You can control different functions here. These are the heater controls, obviously. This is an aftermarket stereo. That's one of the only things that's not original in the car. It's got this remote that goes with it. Of course, the shifter, shift boot, console. You got your two power seat switches. Let's see. As you can see, that works just fine. And so does mine. Can you see that it's moving? Yes, you can. Then here are all the bolster controls, the adjustable lumbar support. Everything works on both seats. As you can see, the steering wheel is in excellent condition. No cracks or splits in the airbag. Horn works. I showed you all the gauges and they were working. Ashtray with cup holders, and you got your lighter receptacle there. Console, as you can see, it's in excellent shape. That's the button to open the rear hatch. This is a special tool down here used to remove the tops. It's got its own place. Did you see, by the way, that it had a place to put your cassette tapes, I believe. Isn't that something? 1991. There we go. As you can see, then we switch sides. Click. And now this one works, as you can see, up and down, just like it's supposed to. Windshield wipers, let's turn them on. And they fold right back in like they're supposed to. Power locks. Let's see, power windows. And one of the coolest features of all is the power switch. It has the valet key. Now, if you're getting ready to give this car to a valet in the parking lot of a hotel or a restaurant, or you're going to loan it to your teenage son for the night, you probably don't want him running around in one of the fastest cars on earth. So you switch it over to normal position, the key, you can see that, and remove the key. Now, the car is running on basically half power, 210 horsepower. It's still got some juice, but it's not a ZR1 in terms of performance. But then when you got the car back and you're ready to have some fun, you insert the key. Car has to be on. And we switch it over to power, and you see that light just lit up right there? That means we are now running on full ZR1 power. In normal, it makes about 210 horsepower. In full, it makes 375 horsepower. And it is an amazing difference between day and night. A word on this shifter, of course, this is the 6-speed ZF transmission, manual transmission. All ZR1s have them. At the time, a lot of Corvettes came with the Doug Nash 4+3, so the ZF 6-speed was a real big improvement over the standard at the time. Then later on, they all had ZF 6-speeds. But this one does not have the CAGS feature. Most of these, well, all ZR1s came with a system controlled by the computer called CAGS, which stood for Computer-Aided Gear Selection. And to try and improve the gas mileage and avoid the gas guzzler tax at the time, Chevrolet devised a system where when you're under mild throttle in town driving around, you try to go from first to second, and the computer will automatically move the gate over and move you from first to fourth, skipping over second and third gear. A lot of people hate it, and so there was a disabling feature that was made available back in the day, and this one has it. So there is no computer intervention at all in the shifting on this car. That's a big plus. Okay, let's take a look at the engine. This is the LT5, 5.7 liter, 32 valve, 4-cam V8. This was designed by Lotus when General Motors owned Lotus. And General Motors didn't have the die casting abilities with aluminum to build this engine. And so they contracted that out to Mercury Marine, the motorboat people, and they did an incredible job. This is an amazing engine. It runs in 2 stages. You can see each cylinder has 2 intake runners. Each one has its own injector and its own cam lobe for that valve. And the primary cam lobes are more like street torquey kind of grind, so you get good low end power. And then at about 3,500 RPM, 4,000 RPM, if you put your foot in it, the secondaries kick in, and the other second set of injectors and second set of butterflies open up. And now you're also running on a hotter cam on the secondary side. The cam lobes are ground more for high-end performance there. The engine makes 375 horsepower, 370 foot-pounds of torque. And in 1990, when this engine was introduced in the Corvette ZR1, it was the fastest and the quickest production car money could buy. 4.3 seconds to 60, 180 mile an hour top speed. And they set several world records, including an endurance record, a 24-hour endurance record. The car averaged, basically a stock Corvette with very few modifications, averaged 175 miles an hour over a 24-hour period. That's never been done before. Let's get in here close and look at just how clean this engine is. It is beautiful. What a work of art. Okay, we're going to start at the front of the car, taking a look at the underside. And as you can see, there's no scarring on the nose. It's never been scraped or hit. I have a clean Carfax report, so it's never had any accident damage of any kind. Very clean car. You can see the forged aluminum suspension bits. And forward of that is the engine oil cooler, which is specific to the ZR1. Now we're going to work our way back. These are brand new tires in the front, by the way. Here's the bottom of the engine, the LT5. You can see the 2 catalytic converters there. And there is that beautiful ZF 6-speed transmission. All the exhaust plumbing in excellent condition. Here's the first muffler in the chain. And as you can see, the underside has never been scraped or beat up. It's all in very nice shape. Everything on this car is in excellent condition as far as I can see. Here are those massive 11-inch wide rear tires. They're like steamrollers. These are brand new tires. I got them myself. Probably have less than 50 miles on them. Again, the exhaust plumbing is excellent. Here are the two rear mufflers or resonators and the quad tips. This is, of course, the rear suspension. Again, forged aluminum suspension arms. You can see the differential hiding in there. We'll get a closer look at that in a moment. Here's your spare tire compartment. And let's take a closer look around the car. Again, brand new tires. You can see the suspension bits here. All forged aluminum, very nice stuff. These are the selective ride shocks. They have 3 settings. I'll show you that inside on the interior if you haven't already seen it. Half shafts, the U-joints. So this is the differential. So look how clean this thing is. Let's see, let's get a shot of that differential. There we go. Little close look at the ZF 6-speed. Beautiful piece of work. Of course, the underside of the engine. Not much to see from here. And again, the adjustable, ride adjustable shocks, forged aluminum suspension bits, everything in great shape, very clean. Another look at that engine oil cooler up front and the radiator and the 2 cooling fans. Let's take a look at the condition of the wheel wells. In very nice shape. Here's the other front one. Very nice. We go around to the back. A little harder to see here, but they're in very good shape. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to remove the wheels in a moment. We'll get a better look. Okay. Okay, go ahead and start filming.
All right.
So the headlights and the headlight doors work as they are supposed to, and we'll check them right now. Nice. Okay, and now we'll close them up. Perfect. Here's the VIN number. I'm hoping you can read that. There we go. That's pretty good. So included with the car is the window sticker with all the details on what was there when it was sold new. This is the factory build sheet that shows every option that was put into that car, and it basically has all of them. These are all of the service records and repair receipts. I just put 2 new tires on it. That's what this one's for. The smog, it passed California smog, strictest smog laws in the United States, and it passed with flying colors. So that's good news for anybody that wants to know how well it's running and is it in a good state of tune and is everything there that's supposed to be there. And then I have all the service records from the prior owner here. There's quite a few of them. He had a lot of work done. I talked to the mechanic who did all this work. It was in Utah. And he assured me that this is a very good car and very well maintained. The last owner had a lot of work done on it just to be on top of things. It didn't really need a lot of repairs per se. So you get all the repair receipts as well. This is the original factory owner's manual that came with the car. And there are some other things in here as well. The only thing with this is there was a tear in the back. You can see that it was taped on the back cover. Other than that, it's perfect. And I've referred to it several times since I've owned the car just to know what to do with this and that. There's lots of controls in there and things. Now, this is the emergency key that came with the car when new. And then you've got all the warranty and service booklets in here. Let me move this. You know, bumper to bumper and all that sort of thing, straight from General Motors. All the stuff that came with the car when it was new is still here. More about that. Okay, now we get to the pizza box. Now, every ZR1 came from the factory with a pizza box. Most of them have disappeared now. If you buy a ZR1, if you get the pizza box, you'll be lucky. A lot of times it doesn't come with the car anymore. It got lost in antiquity. And even if you get it, everything that came with it may not be included. But in this case, it is. Everything is here. And that's unusual. As you can see, you got your ZR1 logo. This was specific to just ZR1s. No other Corvettes got these. So let's see what's inside. You get this beautiful leatherette satchel, I guess you'd call it. Pull this out. Set this aside for a moment. A lot of cool stuff in here. Special Corvette ZR1 this is just for ZR1s. Corvette ZR1. This is a special brochure that was made just for ZR1s, telling the story of the engine and the transmission, all the records that it broke, the beautiful cutaway of the car, just gorgeous stuff. There's a big fold out here, actually, and lots of other cool stuff that comes with it. Look at that. There's that ZF 6-speed transmission. So there's that. So what else have we got in here? This has never been unsealed. This is a hardbound book all about the 91 Corvette ZR1. It's never had the seal broken. There's also, I don't know, this almost looks like a record album in here. Is that possible? I'm not sure what all these come with, but this has never had the seal broken. This is a hardbound book, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is. You can see the pages in there. So that comes with it. What else have we got in here? That's it for that. Here's this cool hardbound book that comes with the pizza box. More details on the car, more special cool stuff. All about the engine and all the mechanicals and telling you all the things you need to know to own a ZR1. It goes beyond what the owner's manual says because that's pretty much made for all Corvettes of this vintage. And then this, lastly, is a VHS cassette tape that is a videotape, you know, the old days, right? All about the ZR1. I'm sure it's got lots of great track footage from all the records that it set. You know, the ZR1 was amazing. From when it came out in 1990, it was the fastest and the quickest production car that money could buy. It beat Ferraris, it beat Porsches, and not just in a straight line. 180 mile an hour top speed, by the way, 4.3 seconds, 0 to 60. It beat all the big boys, but it also handled great and beat Porsches on the Nürburgring and other famous racetracks, Ferraris. This was an amazing car in its time. And it's still an amazing car, but of course, obviously, cars have moved a long way since 1991. They set a world endurance record that had stood for, I believe it was 40 years at 150 miles an hour average over 24 hours. The Corvette blew that record away, 175 mile an hour average over 24 hours of driving, and the record still stands today. And it was basically a stock ZR1. They did a very few things to it to make it trackable. So this is an amazing car. It comes with all the right stuff, and I really, really hope you enjoy it as much as I have. In conclusion, it's a gorgeous car. It's in great shape, never been in an accident, not had any repairs, body repairs or anything like that. I've got a clean Carfax to go with the car. It is in excellent condition inside and out. It runs perfect. It drives great. Everything works. 44,000 original miles, 2-owner car before I got it, impeccable service records. So this is a really, really nice example of a ZR1. I hope you like it. Good luck in the auction.